28,000 students. That's how many children make up the student population of Desert Sands Unified School District. Visitors to our valley are always surprised when they find out how many children live here and go to school here. They enjoy everything the valley has to offer and quickly come to appreciate the people who make it all happen, the parents of our students. Desert Sands Educational Foundation is proud to secure funding and award money to provide those supplemental resources that enrich and enhance student learning throughout Desert Sands Unified School District. Today, more than ever, nonprofits such as the Desert Sands Educational Foundation struggle to raise money for our mission. The worldwide pandemic finds us sheltering at home, but learning still continues in unexpected ways. Our work continues, and we invite you to join us in celebrating what we do and ask that you become a partner in our students' future.
You guessed it, we are Desert Sands Unified School District students. I'm Marissa Tilley.
And I'm Angela Hara. We will be your hosts during this celebration of the work of the Desert Sands Educational Foundation. We sit here on the set of Aztec films and want you to know that the foundation has been incredibly supportive of both our program and those of our school and all DSUSD schools.
Let's get right to it and begin by introducing you to Desert Sands Educational Foundation President Patrick Calazan.
Mr. Calazan, can you take a few minutes to explain the work of Desert Sands Educational Foundation?
So the Desert Sands Educational Foundation is the arm of Desert Sands that looks at fundraising, and we're looking at securing money to help support programs that are outside of the natural funding of the Unified School District. So we reach out into the business community, we reach out into the community to try to fundraise and bring money in that will allow us to fund various programs.
As students, we hear so much about the emphasis on academics, but also the importance on what people are calling the social and emotional side of going to school. How do the projects you have helped fund increase academics and the emotional well-being of students?
Absolutely. So when we look at the world that we live in now, we have become much more heavily invested and reliant on technology. So everything that we've done, especially in the last 4 months or so, where a lot of our programs were remote and virtual, it was important for us to have that framework. The Chromebook certainly helped, and we do rely on technology. It taps into a different part of the mind to be able to use that. So I think that's all important.
Patrick, it's been a privilege speaking with you, and I appreciate you for taking the time to join us. And there we have it, the Desert Sands Educational Foundation's next step for the brighter future in our programs.
Here's a message of support from the mayor of La Quinta.
At events created by Desert Sands Educational Foundation, you will likely see me in attendance along with my fellow La Quinta City Council members. That's because the city, known as the Gem of the Desert, houses the best of valley-wide schools. We support our schools, our teachers, and our students by being there to cheer on sports teams, attend academic competitions, and to help raise money or provide grants for the arts or other programs in need. See you at the next Blackhawk Showdown, where our own La Quinta High School culinary students turn food into art.
And now our correspondent Safan is in the field somewhere in the Coachella Valley. We'll give you a hint, he's north of the freeway.
How has the foundation helped your program so far?
I would say the foundation has helped with the awareness of computer science. It's putting computer science in elementary schools and middle schools. And some of the kids that I get are a little bit more prepared or have been exposed to computer science, and specifically programs like Scratch and other block-based coding platforms.
Is there anything in particular that the foundation could get which would help you the most?
What computer science needs is just continued investment. Computers have a lifespan of 4 or 5 years, and then they need to be replaced, and that costs money. So, just continued investment from the foundation, from the school, from the district, from the state, everything helps.
We'd like to thank our community partners for making the first ever Desert Sands Employee Community Discount Card possible for the 2019-2020 school year. If you'd like to be part of the 2020-21 school year community discount card for all Desert Sands staff, please email us at the contact information below.
And now, a message of support from Mayor Glenn Miller from Indio.
Education is a lifelong endeavor and a major priority for the City of Indio. We are blessed with outstanding schools and teachers, but we understand how critical additional support can be to enhance opportunities for our students. The City of Indio thanks and commends the Desert Sands Educational Foundation for all their contributions, and we stand ready to assist where we can.
Here we have Ms. Beasley from Camp Festival to explain the importance of why the festival is held and the objective it has for the students who want to excel in the arts. Ms. Beasley, what is Camp Festival?
Camp Festival is the acronym for Children's Art and Music Festival. It's a festival that is for kids. Everything about the event is for the children, everything. So the kids K through 12 they perform art, music, dance, theater. They do the filmography and the videography, theater. It's all the children that are performing.
Where does the money go that is raised at Camp Fest?
The net proceeds of Camp Fest go back to the school, into the classroom. Oh. So after we pay everything that Camp Fest has, and we try to keep the bills very low, we try to keep our costs low, so the more money we get, the less money we spend, the more money goes into the school. So the kids, the teachers and stuff, they sell tickets that goes right to that classroom and all the net proceeds. And over the last 3 years, between ticket sales that the students have sold and what we've gotten in sponsorships and at the gate, I would say that we probably have given back to the schools about $80,000 in the last 3 years. And from 1,200 kids to 3,500 kids participating.
I think it's a great opportunity to excel at what they do best, whether that be film, art, music. Camp Fest is both a showcase for student talent, but is also a way to raise money to go back into the classrooms. I'd like to thank you for your time, and if you're interested at home, visit campfest.com. Thank you so much, Christy.
It's funny because I was in a school that I was lucky enough to have music programs in school, and for me personally, I could go on about all the things that it has done for me in my personal life of having music in my life. But more than that, I think one of the main things that it helped me with, especially in elementary and junior high school, is I was incredibly shy. And I think you learn about yourself, you learn something new about yourself every time you perform live.
Let's take a moment to hear from the city of Indian Wells.
There are some people who believe that there are no children living in Indian Wells, but the truth be told, there are hundreds of children who attend schools in Desert Sands Unified School District. Within our city, we are so proud to have Gerald Ford Elementary School. Indian Wells is committed to the children who live here, and we are proud partners of the Desert Sands Educational Foundation's work and the hosts of their signature event, Camp Fest.
Where could Stefan be now? Here's a clue. He's at the most historic middle school in the district.
In your opinion, what is the importance of events like Camp Fest that are really hands-on for students?
Well, there's so many things that happen because of these hands-on activities and events that they get to do. But the main one is that I know that the majority of the kids that I work with, they learn best by getting a chance to use the equipment and learn exactly how it works and how to do it right and use the equipment with safety and learn all the bells and whistles and tricks. And you can't really do that unless you can get your hands on it and touch it.
So how have Thomas Jefferson Middle School and your program within it benefited from the Desert Sands Educational Foundation?
The Desert Sands Educational Foundation has helped our program in purchasing really necessary equipment, mainly the piece of equipment that runs our live stream broadcasts. That was made possible because of work with the foundation. And after CamFest this year, we were able to purchase new mics so that we could be heard. They're very important to our program.
Stefan is already on the scene somewhere else. Can you guess where he is? It sits up high on a hill.
Last year, a $30,000 donation was given to the DSUSD STEAM programs, including the art program you're in. Have you noticed any changes, such as new equipment or supplies?
Well, I didn't know that they did that, but that's incredible that they did that. And yeah, I always realized how to get like the art supplies instantly. I always saw that as soon as we started running low, we'll get some like new paint, new markers, anything art supplies, and it made me happy to see the teachers realize that.
So how do you feel about knowing that the district was involved in your success with art?
I'm just so grateful to have the district help me and they create my pathway.
So it's amazing that your art has been displayed at several district events. Would you like to pursue this as a career, and has the district motivated you to do this?
Yeah, it has motivated me a lot, and I do want to pursue this as a career, like just to like do art everywhere or like do them at events or art competitions, and I just love doing it.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about the DSUSD Foundation Board?
That it's just amazing that they has helped so many kids with the foundation and that they create them pathways to help them to do art or anything that they love to do, and it makes me very happy to see that they've helped so many kids.
We are here with La Quinta High School dance teacher, Mrs. Monticello Prawl, teacher of the course Tough Guys and Gals. They have participated in 2 years of CamFest with over 150 students each year. Congratulations and welcome, Mrs. Monticello Prawl.
Thank you for having me here today.
As a teacher involved with CamFest, I understand that you have the ability to fundraise. Can you share what that looks like?
Each student gets to sell whatever tickets they need for their family. They get a discount if they buy the tickets from us, which is $5, and then at the day of the event, it's $20. So each of my students can have anywhere from 1 to whatever number.
How have you used your proceeds from CamFest?
We've used them the first 2 years for 2 things. I purchased dance performance shirts for each of the students. And we also used some of the money for buying props and things for our performances when we dance with the special ed students at the rallies at the end of the year.
Thank you so much for your time, Mrs. Monticello Prawl, and I wish your group the best of luck.
5 years ago, our foundation determined the best way to respond to the needs of our innovative teachers was to establish a grant process. We call it a mini grant program, as funding amounts range from $500 to $1,000. To date, we have awarded over $95,000 in mini grants. Our signature annual event, CamFest, has funded mini grants for the arts. Last year's gala funded STEM education, and previous events, such as our Festival of Trees and Hike for Education, have provided grants needed to support a wide array of items and supplies. From uniforms for an athletic team, to calculators for a chemistry class, to strings for an elementary violin program, and everything in between. The grant program allows us to help teachers with those items that just don't seem to make it into our school's budgets, but are essential to the success of their programs. Mini grants have planted gardens, provided art supplies, built robots, costumed art performers, and sound-amplified budding musicians. The Educational Foundation enjoys knowing that we are a part of the everyday life of over 28,000 students. You can help continue this support to our schools. Email us, use the donation option through our website, or use the text to donate option shown on your screen. Your donation could mean one more microscope for that future scientist, another sewing machine for that creative designer, or editing equipment for the next filmmaker. Help us continue making a difference for our students through the Innovative Teacher Mini Grant Program.
Hello, so we're here with Miss Budo from Gerald Ford Elementary School. Hi, it's a pleasure.
Hello.
So today we would like to talk about the generous donation of music recorders from DSEF and how it benefited your music classroom. So how have your students responded to these recorders?
It's been absolutely fantastic. Our students have been so excited to get the recorders. So because of the generous donation from the Desert Sands Educational Foundation, every single third grader is able to get a recorder, and then that follows them through 4th and 5th grade while they're here at elementary school. And then especially this year with distance learning, we're also able, because of this foundation grant, to give every student a recorder to have at home also. So they'll have one at school like they've always had, and now we'll also be able to get them into the hands of every student while they're at home so they can continue to practice.
Do you think that the music in schools will help motivate these young children that are learning to play recorders from a very young age?
Absolutely. So this is just the start for music, and we have music starting in TK. We don't introduce recorder until they have more fine motor skills because it takes a lot of practice. And then of course it's the introduction into a wind instrument. So it's so much easier to play recorder than obviously flute or clarinet or trumpet or trombone, anything like that they could try later on in middle school. So I find the recorder is a wonderful introductory instrument. It allows them to focus on those fine motor skills. It puts everybody on a level playing field. We're all playing the same instrument, and we're all able to move through this together. So collectively, it's a win, an absolute win in the classroom.
Well, it was very interesting hearing your input. I think that I agree with you. It's very fascinating to give music to these young children and help motivate them for what's out there in the real world. So we appreciate what you're doing, and we are excited to see it pay off in the near future. So we would like to thank you for your insight, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
We understand that Stefan has made it to his last location. Here's a clue. It is in an old town.
What would you consider is the importance of music and arts in school?
It makes us more well-rounded. To me, music is the most inclusive entity I've ever come across. It is social, it is emotional, it's intellectual, it's physical. It's something that I've seen kids that I've been teaching for many years, and I've seen kids go from being very quiet, very timid, very afraid in a lot of aspects of their life, and find music as an outlet.
Could you tell me the relationship between AMP and CampFest?
CampFest and AMP have a very special relationship. AMP is geared towards getting kids to come together, play music, and to play it live, and to get out and make noise in the world, and to establish relationships. CampFest has brought together kids of all ages to get together and to perform, and to take that and to give it back to the community, give it back to the kids, and to let them go further in their careers and further in their lives using art as that vehicle.
We think it's very important that art remain in the hands of children. And so we have put together a program that's called Art to Go kits, and they are just self-composed art kits that are either painting or sculpture, or they have clay, they have watercolor paints, and those are distributed throughout the community. With the help of the Desert Sands Unified School District, we were part of their distribution at their meal program. So it's been a great program for us. Over the last 4 months, we've distributed over 9,000 kits throughout the community. And we want to thank the Desert Sands Educational Foundation for partnering with us and allowing us to bring art into the hands of the children of the Valley.
Desert Sands Unified School District is a district of choice. We serve all the cities of the Valley, primarily Bermuda Dunes, Indian Wells, Indio, La Quinta, and Palm Desert.
We cannot do it without city support. Here's a message from Mayor of Palm Desert, Gina Nestande.
As the Coachella Valley's higher education center, Palm Desert is home to College of the Desert and the region's only Cal State and University of California campuses. The McCallum Theater and the Living Desert provide outstanding educational programs here as well. Our city is also home to schools of Desert Sands, and we proudly sponsor the Desert Sands Educational Foundation, which generates funding for enhanced education in the arts and amazing programs, including the foundation's annual CamFest.
Desert Sands Educational Foundation held its first fundraising gala on Saturday, February 29th, and we put our own stamp on a fun evening of fundraising. Honoring local philanthropist and developer Richard Oliphant, we followed his suggestion to call the event Building for Education because, after all, isn't that what Oliphant Enterprises is known to do? The event was held at Ironwood Country Club in Palm Desert with all the components a great gala is known for: food, silent auction, music, and dancing. But we added the most important element of all, student demonstrations including robotics, math, and the arts. Sponsor levels included construction project manager, architect, foreman, plumber, carpenter, and apprentice. We are already planning our 2021 gala. Sponsors, donors, volunteers are all needed. Check out the email address at the bottom of the screen along with our website and help us to continue building for education.
Good evening. I'm Kelly Stewart, General Manager of the Ritz-Carlton Rancho Mirage. Today, we are so proud to partner with Desert Sands Educational Foundation in celebrating and recognizing the IT program for incredibly talented recognition of their staff, teachers, mechanics, landscapers, and more. The Ritz-Carlton is proud to donate a day into evening experience. We know everyone needs a little relaxation and a little release. So we're inviting these incredibly talented staff for 2 spa treatments when we're able to open, as well as 2 certificates for custom dining menu at State Fair Bar and Kitchen with libation pairings for 4 from our chef. Now these certificate winners get to bring a guest as well. I am so excited, and on behalf of the Ritz-Carlton Rancho Mirage, we congratulate the IT program winners. I'm excited to share that the Ritz-Carlton Rancho Mirage is open, and we have availability for overnight accommodations as well as our expanded outdoor dining with our State Fair Bar and Kitchen, and more to come.
As a member of one of the leading industries in the Coachella Valley, agriculture, and an alumni of DSUSD, I reached out to the director of the Educational Foundation and Nutrition Services to work together with Desert Sands to provide dates to students for their school lunch program. Now we are sponsoring the IT program, IT program, with boxes of fresh produce to be given to those that are recognized through that program. I challenge other businesses in the Coachella Valley to reach out to Desert Sands Unified Educational Foundation. What can you do for them?
At CV Harvest Box, we believe in providing you the freshest, best quality produce delivered to your door with affordable pricing and amazing service.
We've taught cooking classes using some of the ingredients. We've even used some of them in our restaurants.
We love the abundance of produce, but the different types. Like, we're just figuring out what and being educated in what's in our valley.
We offer 1 time per month, twice a month, or you can get a box delivered to your home once a week. We offer no contracts. We're confident that you're going to love what you receive every week.
Just go to cvharvestbox.com.
Thank you for joining us tonight. If you would like to know more about the Desert Sands Educational Foundation and make a donation to assist one of our amazing programs, please visit our website and follow us on social media.
We hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.
Well, do you smoke or do you drink? What's a stereotype for the way you think? And do you like a city or fields of green? Yeah, are you straight-laced or outlaw? Tell me what you'll sing. Yeah, 'cause Here's this side, it's that side, yeah, and that side, it's the other. This side thinks that they're right, but it is all a lie, brother. So I don't care much about it, 'cause we're all alive, we're all lost on the spinning ball. And if you don't put everybody in the boxes, you'll find that we don't like to try a little bit of everything before we're gone. The fine line between wondering and being lost, while we're trying to try it all. Now I know who I am, so that ain't what I mean. I'll tell you, I'm a guitar slinging cowboy chasing down a honky-tonk dream. And I like a good fight, but I hate arguing. Why don't we all try switching boots before we speak? Here's this side, it's that side, yeah, and that side, it's the other. This side thinks that they're right, but this is all a lie, brother. So I don't care much about it, 'cause we're all alive, and we're all lost on a spinning ball. And if you don't put everybody in the boxes, you'll find that we don't like to try a little bit of everything before we're gone. Fine line between wondering and being lost, while we're trying to try it all. This side hates that side, yeah, and that side hates the other. This side thinks that they're right, but this is all a lie, brother. So I don't care much about it, 'cause we're all alive, yeah, we're lost on this spinning ball. If you don't put everybody in the boxes, might find we'd all like to try a little bit of everything before we're gone. The fine line between wondering and being lost. And just because I'm stumbling, it don't mean I fall. Yeah, when I reach the top, it don't mean I stop.